MiniArt 135th Grant Mk1. How to paint figures easily. Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, it's good to have you with us. Right, so I've never been really good at painting figures, but I've had a go at trying to come up with something easy and hopefully something you can replicate. So it's going to be a two-part video, and we're going to start with the figures. So I've picked just a fairly simple figure just to show you the process. I've base coated in with white. It's an old Tamiya figure. It's just got a Hornet head on there, just to make him a bit different. So yeah, base coated it in white. You can use black, but I've just used white just to show you what I'm doing. So we're going to start with the skin tones. Now these were painted in Vallejo Medium Skin Tone. And I'm using my wet palettes that I showed you in the last episode. And I'm just going to cover all the skin areas with I think it took two thin coats, just to get a nice smooth coverage with no brush marks. And we'll do the face, the arms and the legs. Okay, now for the scary bit, I'm going to do the eyes. I don't normally paint the eyes, but I thought I'd give it a go. I'm trying to get the best figures that I've ever painted. So with a pointy brush and some 3G off-white, I'm just going to paint the whites of the eyes. And you can see at this stage it doesn't matter how accurate you are. I don't think I've done a particularly good job there, but you'll see where the magic of the wet palette comes in handy. So yeah, there you go. That's the whites done. Not brilliant. What we'll do now though is we'll come back in with the medium skin tone, and we'll just tidy those up. And it's easier to go over the white if you need to than it is to go to make the whites any bigger, really. So you can see I'm just tidying that up with the point of the brush and trying to get them more accurate. So there you go, they don't look too bad. There's a bit on the left hand eye, or his right I suppose, just needs a bit more tidying up. So there you go, that's not too bad. It's good for a first attempt anyway. Okay, now I've just picked a blue, and I will attempt to put a small dot in the middle of each eye. and yeah, yeah, that one didn't go very well. You know me, leave my mistakes in. We'll come back and tidy that up. That's not a problem. I think this one's going to work better. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Just need to tidy up the other one. But again, because all the paint's there in front of me on the wet palette, it's really easy just to come in and just clean up his nose with some of the skin tone that I had before. And then I can redo the blue. There you go, that's not too bad. I'm happy with that. But don't forget, your model's not going to be viewed from that close, so it's going to look pretty good from a distance. Okay, the next step, this is Panzer Race's Light Rust. Now bear with me on this. All I'm going to do here is, in my wet palette, I'm just going to make a really thin wash. So plenty of water, and you can see how thin I'm going to get it. So there's hardly any paint in there at all, just a hint of orange and a really wet, I mean, you can see as it soaks away onto the paper towel just how thin that is. And what I'm going to do is just paint this over the whole of the skin tone. Now these guys are fighting in the desert, so they're going to be nicely suntanned. I don't suppose they would have used any sun cream. So this is just giving them a nice orange glow, if you like. But it will naturally settle in all the crevices and all the creases and round clothing and that sort of thing. So really using it like an all-over filter and a wash. So I gave 2 coats of the wash all together, and you can see it's just settled in the crevices and it's just starting to bring a bit more life to the figure. Okay, and then the next step, I'm just going to go back to the original colour, and then I'm going to repaint the figure, but concentrating on the bits where the wash hasn't settled, so all the raised edges, so along his forearms, and his fingers, his kneecaps, and then his nose and cheekbones and that sort of places. And there you go. So really easy, nicely highlighted flesh. Now, you possibly could have done an extra highlight with a slightly lighter colour, but I didn't see the need to. Okay, let's move on to his clothes. Now I'm going to use middle stone for this. This is a AK3G. And again, just go round and a couple of thin coats just to get good coverage on all his clothes. Then I'm going to use the same process on his clothes as I did on his face. So I'm just going to make a very thin wash using AK 3rd Gen British Khaki, which is just a generic darker brown, if you like. And again, you can see how wet that is and how thin it is. And again, just going to cover the whole of his clothes in this, and again, it'll act as a wash and a bit of a filter as well. Settle into all the recesses. Okay, so that's done, and you can see how that's worked. You can see all the folds, all the creases, everything. And then again, just like on his skin, what we'll do is we'll come back in with the original colour, and then we'll just paint in the tops of any creases or folds, pockets, the turn-ups on his trousers, and that sort of thing, and just make them into highlights, but using the original colour that we used to paint his clothes. Now that should just about do. And there you can see just how effective that is. You can see the highlights just starting to pop. I will do another coat with a lighter colour. I'll just put a little bit of buff into the original colour, and just to make a highlight shade just on his clothes. just because I feel that they ought to have a bit more of a pop to them. And again, just focusing on the real raised areas, but you'll see how delicate I am with it and how precise I am with the bits I choose. So you can see I'm just going to go tops of the pockets, just on the edges, and yeah, just the extreme pronounced edges along the bottom there, that corner, that bottom fold of his shirt, and that sort of thing. And there you go, nicely highlighted figure. I think it's come out really well there. And then this is what he looks like once he's finished. So the boots were painted in smoke black, and then just with a little dusty wash of deck tan, and his helmet I painted in a olive drab. And then obviously I didn't just do one figure. So these are the other figures that were going to be on the diorama. These are from the British Tank Riders kit by MiniArt. And hopefully you'll agree that I think they've come out really nicely. So that's one chap sitting down. There's another chap sitting down. The straps for the rifle's made from 2mm masking tape that I've cut in half, so it's 1mm masking tape. So that's two. This is a little 3D printed figure that I did, and it's the first figure I've printed, so I'm really happy with him. And then this officer type bloke giving the instructions, he's also 3D printed. And then finally the tank commander, he's going to be sat in the turret of the tank. So yeah, really happy with them. I think they are the best figures I've done, which is great. So that'll probably do for this episode. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And next time we'll sort the diorama out. Excellent. Thanks a lot. Bye.